Arey Baba, see, some certain children are born to work. They need to support themselves and their families. I won't send them to school. Pay attention on your work.
Why some children are born to work at the cost of their childhood, freedom, education and dream just because of the circumstance of their birth? I cannot accept that, just cannot. Years later, this boy, Kailash Satyarthi, gave up his job as an electrical engineer and founded Bachpan Bachao Andolan, Save the Childhood Movement.
This was just the beginning. He did so much more. In the year 2014, he was awarded with the Nobel Prize along with Malala for the struggle against the suppression of children and young people and also for the rights of all children to education.
So many common people, but such uncommon work.
It is because these people face difficulties in life. They struggle, made way for themselves as well for others.
They were responsible human beings. India, if we need to develop and move ahead, then each one of us should remember our rights and more than that, our responsibilities. What can we do? We are so young and small. These people we saw are also young and small, but face tougher situations than we do. What we have to do is just be more responsible
Towards our studies.
making new friends, for helping our parents, friends, others around.
By taking care of our environment. By not littering. Using 3 R's. Reduce, use and recycle.
Speak up confidently against wrongdoings. See, we can do so many things, friends. We just need to be responsible.
Let us all take a pledge today.
We will build a new India, free of corruption and discrimination. An India that is clean and full of natural resources. An India where we won't just think about what the government or the country has done for us, but also think about what we can do for Just performance stage? Yes, that was a powerful performance indeed. I'm really motivated and impressed by such personalities. You know, Achita, being a risk taker has always been the best attribute of all our national leaders and soldiers. The daring acts of bravery are stimulating and inspirational. Yes, I agree with you, Eva. Drawing inspiration from them, our PYP4 students are ready to excite you all with the
स्तंभ पर वाणवसु वंब पर रावण स दंभ पर रघुकुल राज है। पौनबारी बाह पर संतुरति नाह पर जो सहस्त्र बार पर राम द्विज राज है। दावा मृगदंड पर चीता मृगजंड पर भूषण भी तुंड पर जैसे मृगराज है। तेजतम अंश पर कान्हाज विकंस पर त्यो मलेच वंश पर शेर शिवराज है।
Good morning to all my parents and the teacher and my children. They are the angel. With their performance, they did beautiful job and make the program so colorful. And my pranam to the country with full of the culture and the rich heritage, and that is India. Yes, India is beautiful country as a really culture and the belief. If we look, same belief we can find anywhere else, but here people they try to follow it. Sometimes media is showing only India have the huge case of the rape, but never we aware about any other place. We thinking woman is not safe in India, but never we not talking about human right in India. children how India is beautiful and how India is with everything. Education, even base education we can find it in India, we can see it. IB office, the attention is more in India because IB school is more in India more than any another country. Any university, anything, I think India we can find everything. Every season, every comfort and every beauty. Let's work together and make it much more better. Thank you so much.
you. So beautiful. Actually, dear parents, I'm amazed by what kind of kids you're producing, really. It's so good. So brilliant. Thank you, PTA members, secretaries. Wow. Thank you for being there and boosting up the parents. Only a few parents could come. Particularly when I see we keep talking about be a proud Indian. when I'm looking at them performing, what else is it? They are proud. They're already a great Indian. And there are so many other foreigners' children who are performing. They're all talking about that true being a humanity, the human consciousness. I was particularly very moved by sincere, absolute bow down pronouns and respects to Shadaman, the core team members, the choreographers, the entire team in the background, the musicians, and particularly, did you like the way that our very great helpers were dancing with the kids? Isn't that independence? Thank you, Ravi sir. Wing Commander Ravi Taskar and I, we grew up together from short half-pen days. And Seema ma'am, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so. And I was hearing Ravi, we share almost the same name. And I was remembering Ravi sir is a great combat pilot and he went on to specialize even on the missiles and give a great protection, and he went, and even towards the end of his service career he chose to take a premature. He was working at Siachen, providing the Siachen people to do what you and I don't realize sitting over here. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you all here today. Thank you for accepting. Dear parents, we are celebrating Independence Day. India is rising. I was watching a few with Shada ma'am of the latest happenings on the Indian front. It's amazing that you and I don't know majority of it. For example, I spent quite a bit of time traveling around the world with many of us together. I remember in LA, passing through the highway, through the tallest tree in the world, called the Californian redwood oak tree. And through the tree they made an 8-track lane. So I was amazed at that, and while driving through I could see the windmills on left and right, and it was looking so beautiful. Those white like a duck. It is so beautiful. But doing my studies I realized, did you know that the largest windmill producer and the power production through the windmill is India? Even now. And you and I are supposed to be well-traveled, well-learned. Hey, you and I need to discover India. And India is who? It doesn't matter which country we come from. It's so beautiful to hear Shada ma'am came from another country and finding out about the wealth of this country. You and I may be Indian by birth. Are we truly Indian by our spirit, wanting to discover what is independence? We celebrate it in a colloquial means of winning against the colonialism and the oppression. And at that time, history a little bit. 326 BC, Alexander the Great came and attacked India. And against Porus, he won. But if you Google it a little bit, on my journey to the discovery, when I started finding this, I said, wow, we never learned it in the school. Do you know, Alexander the Great, from the age of 20, he became the world's top leader. The largest, that time, the force. And of course, he won against Porus. But, do you know he ran away from India? Please read it. It's available. If you Google it, you'll be amazed why he ran away. He found that independence, which I'm talking about right now, is a different independence. Yes, there is against the external oppression. One independence, that's the physical independence of the country, very important. But what about that independence from inside of us? Being independent and being free, the freedom from those garbage which is within us. We are talking about education for character. These children are telling us, you and I grew up in the school, what exams were coming up, we didn't study, and our teachers and parents got worried and they said, don't want to study, don't study, you'll become tanga wala, rickshaw wala, and we were told, girls were told you'll become like Madhu or Bindu. Over there, maybe a cook or a sweeper or something. In other words, what message were we given? Learning in the school is for earning money. Our children are saying now today, I'm delighted to hear that. The learning in the school is not for earning money, to become a good human being. What is this good human being? Where is this humanity? That is independence. And that is what Buddha, Vivekananda, Paramahanshas, Mahavir Jain, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Ambedkar and everybody in India is talking about. Discover the divinity from within you. You are not this body. You're not this mind. You're not this little brain. Where did all this come? Look at the Indian history. 326 BC, Alexander the Great went away. Came Temurlong, Chinggis Khan, Babur, Akbar, Humayun, Aurangzeb, the entire Mughal brigade. And most of them looted us, went away. Looted what? The physical wealth. But you know why Alexander the Great went away? He couldn't oppress that element which is within the human. Read it. Won't take away the suspense from you. Maybe it will create a desire to know more about us. It's amazing. Some Muslims, some great Mughal brigades came, stayed up, some took the wealth, and people like Temurlong, Chinggis Khan, etc. went away. Aurangzeb, Akbar, etc. stayed back and mixed up with the crowd. India is that. We accept everything. We accept being non-aligned. It's so powerful to watch. Today, Trump has declared, the President of the United States, either you do business with United States or you do business with Iran. So, they have issued sanctions against Iran. But do you know, Trump has cleared India, only country to do business with Iran and in turn buy petrol from them and give them whatever food and things like that is needed. I was listening to Narendra Modi sir. It's available and you can Google it, you can go to YouTube. It's amazing what work he's doing. I'm not talking about a political belief or a faith. I'm talking about the message of the ancient Vedanta Upanishad. Have you realized you and I have forgotten about it? Why did we forget? Look at it. It's because of our education system. What is Narendra Modi sir is talking about? He's telling America, the journalists are doing a free interview and it's telecasted. The world business get together where he is calling everybody, come to India. Do you know? The largest mobile factory, the largest, the biggest, has been created in India in Gurgaon by our current, the entire country, the government, through the Samsung, it's in Gurgaon. 75,000 people are working. So he's telling the Americans, those journalists, when they were saying, what do you think about Russia? What do you think about China? They say, we love Russia. He's saying, we love China. He said, what about America? He said, we love you too. So Trump has gone ahead and made the statement, you're truly non-aligned, not partial to any. We want victorious kids, you and me and the teachers and the parents and the children, to be that. Look at Ganga. Ganga river coming from Ganga. It's pure. We worship that holy water. It's coming down. Have you noticed, those of you been there, down Badrinath, and subsequently when you come down to Rudraprayag, Devaprayag area, Alakananda, Bhagirathi joining up and becoming Ganga. Look at the dirty, filthy waters from the villages, from the sides of the mountain, coming down to Ganga. But is Ganga polluted? Ganga is still Ganga. Ganga is still there in Rishikesh and Lakshman Jhula and Haridwar and subsequently right up to the Bay of Bengal. And joining up with what? The fantastic, the Indian Ocean and to the seven oceans, seven seas. That is the essence of India. That today everybody is talking about terrorism, terrorism, terrorism. Operations against women, children, poor boys, etc. I'm talking about, sure, absolutely. We have to go ahead and keep that great power on so that everybody is physically protected. There is a peace and there is independence, swadhinata, freedom from all oppressions. But not to forget the inner. Can we invite like those drain waters and make them Ganga Pani? India is famous for that. And that's you and I who have been divinely gifted to be in India as foreigners today or to be born as Indian. But many of us lost our track. Why? If you look carefully, you look at any one of the televised broadcasting going on, they're talking about Indian slums, the dogs on the street, the auto rickshaws, and the people and people and people. They're showing that somebody frying something. Did you know that the slums, let's say close to Dharavi, do you know they're the smallest scale, biggest industry in the world? The smallest scale in the basti they're running. They're creating huge amount of input into the economy of the country. We only look at it, it's dirty and filthy. And what is the foreign media is doing? Trying to bring up that. And do what? Show our country is so beautiful. So what is happening? Sir, ma'am, wake up. All these, the newspapers, the televised messages, the pictures. They're trying to show our country is clean and good and we are big. And countries like India can't do without us. This is the message from 16th century when the British and the French and little before Portuguese and the Zoroastrians and the Persians came to the world community. 1947. Quit India movement. Britishers were leaving. With great respect to our wonderful first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru sir. He himself is an ex-Cambridge. So he chose to give our Indians also another format of the education, along with the one which was existing, called the ICSE, Senior Cambridge, Junior Cambridge, British Education System. But you and I didn't realize that along with the British education system, this was Lord Macaulay's put up, 1833, to Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria, Her Highness sent Lord Macaulay to India, 1933, came to go study why, when we can rob India, why can't we rule India? They couldn't rule India. 16th century Britishers came, French also. They formed East India Company, 1650. They looted us too. But listen, that was only the material wealth. But they did something else. They couldn't rule India, and 1935, 2nd of February, Lord Macaulay went back after 15 months and gave a presentation to the British Council ministers and to the Queen. We cannot rule India. Can you believe that? Lord Macaulay told the Queen and the Parliament, British Parliament, we can't rule India. Do you know that today in London, right now, till 30th of March of 2019, a science exhibition is going on in London and powerfully presented the Indian innovations, major part of that presentation of the science exhibition. And I was amazed to see our Indian very famous auto rickshaw is there. I was amazed and I'm so thrilled. Auto rickshaw is also produced and people are coming and getting amazed by looking at that. So when the Beijing Olympic took place, China did a lot of effort to hide some of the, naturally they didn't want to present it. So it is there in every country. You and I also do it at home when we have guests and relatives coming down. We clean up and put the chadar over that. We do that, Diwali cleaning. Yeah, sure, go ahead and do that. Every country does it. But you know what is India doing today? People like you and me, they say India is open. Take whatever pictures you want. This is who we are. And we help everybody. We are there for this freedom against the oppression of the humanity. The oppression of what? Who? Self. Atma Vikas. Have you realized you and I today racing for more and more? Where did it come from? The Western influence. So what happened? 1947 Britishers were leaving. Nehru sir told them, please stay back some of you and give us this ICSE Cambridge education to the chosen parent. India always gives everything. So today, our government of India allowed all education system available. There is international baccalaureate, there is RGCSE, there is ICSE, there is a beautiful power of state education and the central board education. All education is allowed. There's also freedom of education. Many parents, many mothers are giving education to children, home education system. Everything is okay. You and I don't need to keep strongly in our mind. Are we expressing the divinity from within the child? Are we expressing the divinity from within you and me? What's divinity? Power of truth. The children showed. What can we do? The children talking. We can use no plastics. We can go ahead and keep the place clean. We can tell truth. Our country's essential motto is Independence Day, Ashok Stamba, what is written, Satyameva Jayate. Truth shall always win. So India is showing that truth. We are like this. So what has happened? Leading economy. Do you know today, in the World Business Forum, the Americans, the Russians, the Chinese, the Japanese, their top business leaders and the journalists and the senior members of the political groups, you know what they're declaring us? We are today, as per the GDP, the 6th in the world today. We were 15th just 2.5, 3 years ago. Today we are between 2 and 3, fluctuating at the PPP, People Purchasing Power. I used to wonder, I read it and I said, this must be because how can it be greatest purchasing power? And when